Ba-da-da-da. Oh, why did you stop? Why? Ah! Turn on Stardew music. It's freaking working. Not. Ah! No, don't. Hi, Rose. Okay, Stardew music for a little bit. Hi, 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 hi. Let me do my script before a bunch of people Twitch get here, so that they don't have to suffer through my script. Hello, for anyone new, my name is Basil. I'm a cozy, chaotic, mossy VTuber who is just trying to stay awake. You can find me making my way through the Pokemon series and occasionally drawing them as silly little guys. I hope you like my content. You'll stick around. Oops, all caps. Always all caps. Did my mic pick up that big snap? Hold on. I think it did. I'm eating sunflower seeds. I gotta stop. They're addictive. They're my stim, like, snack. Let me make sure everything's good. Ah! Hi, Zach. Okay, I have Pokemon up, but we're actually gonna do some other stuff before the hand. So I have it up for, like, visuals, because I don't really want to, like, put my browser on screen. But what we're actually gonna do for, like, the first, like, probably 15 minutes of stream is we're gonna download voice mod and get that all figured out. I swear I have a voice mod account. Not that one. This one? I might have used the Bunyui email. Ooh, you guys are making me worried. I remember buying this with Humble Bundle. Yeah. Ultra Nintendo. Okay, it can't be this. It's not that account. Let's try the Bun one. An unexpected error has occurred. Okay, so subscription status active. Good. That's fine. We're gonna change this. Cool. Download. We're gonna get this extension working today because that's what I want to do today. We might do art. We might do other things. But what I want to do today is get voice mod downloaded and play with that. Yes. Install. So we're gonna so you know that the app voice mod? Hello, Heckler, how are you? Finish. Okay, if I launch it, I'll probably have to launch it before every stream. But it should be okay. Okay, here, I'll send you. Used it free AI takeover. But it's basically a voice changer. And I remember getting please. My microphone is that one. Those are my headphones. I don't care about helmets. Okay, so supposedly there's a voice mod extension. A little bit. It is probably voice mod picking being weird, to be honest. Hi, how are you? How are you, friend? Is Francesco? Okay, all right. So I could have, OBS shouldn't pick up voice mod because I have it hooked directly into NVIDIA. Maybe I'm too loud and OBS keeps cutting me off. I don't know. Okay. Now we're gonna go back to Twitch. My page, mute. I don't want to hear myself. Okay, cool. And then we go into edit panels, view all extensions, and then voice mod live. Activate, add as a new panel, authorize. Great. Extension configuration. I have voice mod. What do I have to do to hook it into Twitch? Extensions. This one. Connect my Twitch account. Authorize. Like, what's it being added for? So we can I change? Why can't I change? Yes, this is all right. That is correct. So it should be able to let you put voice mod on, like change my voice on stream. I won't be able to hear it, but I think I won't be able to hear it, but you guys will. And it's just for the funnies. Okay, yeah, that's right, guys. Why won't you let me connect my Twitch? Guys, did I do all of this and get you all set up just for you to be like, oh no, look, it hooked in Twitch. Okay, select soundboard, default voices. Okay, I refresh my page, right? Be all done editing panels, refresh. Okay, so it should be there. Can I change it from 100 bits? Oh, the least I can do is 10. Okay, I'm gonna change it to 10 for 30. I wish I could change it to not have, okay. Ah! Oh, that's a different game. I have PokeClicker up and I thought someone did something. It's nothing you guys did. Okay. Okay. So that's active now. That's what I wanted to do. Can I... It says BM Live will be visible, but your audience won't... Okay, now it's live. So do I have to hook voice mod through... I think I have to hook voice mod through. Hold on. Let me change the mic. Properties. Video. Go through voice mod. Okay. It's probably just a little bit louder because of NVIDIA. But I do NVIDIA broadcast through voice mod, so it's live? Okay. It definitely had an effect. Is it bad? Is it too loud? Please tell me. It says I'm using just clean mic right now. SNR ramped up a lot. I wish I was an audio person and knew what SNR was. I'll Google it since I have. I will be playing the game here shortly, but that we are just chatting on Twitch. I do need to play here soon. Signal noise ratio. Okay. Okay. I might have to have Sides look at it after stream. Well, he's not even home. I should know. He's gonna give me crap. Okay. What if I turn this down? How's that? Is that... It says I'm kind of peaking. How is that? Okay, that's like in the middle, at the sweet spot of it. How's that? I'm gonna put it at 75. Oh, wow. Good, good? Better? Okay, okay, good, good. So, I wish I could change it to channel points. I thought there was channel points. That's why I went through all the trouble. Yeah, you would have been able to change my voices. And I thought it was really funny. And now I am sad, because you can change it to like... Here, let me do some... I can't hear it. I'm not gonna turn... No, I'll do it later. when Briar was like, do a wildcard stream, do what you want, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I want, which means even the stuff I don't want to do, I'm gonna be like, no. By the pretty sword lady in Overwatch? Is that the one of the new ones? There's one option that works. Oh, really? Nobody waste. Well, that does work. All right, well, see y'all in 5 minutes.
Hello.
What?
Wahaha. Hey YouTubers, Twitch chat banned my voice for right now. So I will talk through the guinea pig. Y'all, I am so tired today, Lamau.
Huh.
Do we play a game or work on art stuff? Hi Briar. My voice. I'm mixed. I kinda wanna work on my seasonal models, I kinda wanna just brainlessly game. Rose, I did not realize you hate me. I'm gonna get a blankie and then spin wheel out or game because no decision juice in this brain. How long am I muted for? Thank you. Art has won on the spin wheel class. I have to move stuff around, so if anything breaks let me know.
Oh, princess. I am the least shrimp to ever shrimp.
Now that we're all here, we can start this meeting. Okay, anyway.
I muted my actual mic, and so I started screaming, and it wasn't picking it up. I thought I can continue for the bit. We can just have a muted stream if y'all want. Should I make that a like really heavy redeem muted stream? 50K. If you ever go, oh, Bun has such good handwriting, please remember I was tortured by my teacher and had to take a 3-month writing class. And my handwriting wasn't even bad before I took the handwriting class. But it was just constant. Your handwriting is bad. You should work on it. And like, I filled up 1 or 2 notebooks of those like composition notebooks. Imagine remembering stuff from classes. I mean, I remember stuff from handwriting class because it was 3 months of torture. I do not remember math. You know what I remember from math? I remember reading romance novels endlessly. Okay, so This is the autumn one. This is gonna be like probably the closest one we're gonna do, because I was debating doing a summer outfit, like maybe changing to like blue and have like a sailor outfit, but I just don't think it fits the nature theme. At least these ones, like this is gonna be green. Here, I actually do want to make a color matting, like a color mapping. That's the word I'm looking for. Color mapping level. I think I want it to be very light green. And then this one is gonna be like a dark orange. It's like brown. That's more orange that I want. How does it look on stream? Yeah, okay. So this would be orange with the green. And then the hair would be like a really vibrant orange. Maybe I should make this brown then, so that it makes the hair pop more. My only worry is that I would like my eyes to stay pink. I don't want to change the eye color. Oh no, that looks fine. I was worried about it, but it looks fine. That'll be fine. What's my favorite math-based romance book? I haven't read too much math stuff. Like, there's definitely math-based romance books, don't get me wrong. I've been debating picking up God. The Hypothesis one?
At least they don't identify as Freddy Fazbear. Because
oh my God.
This one kid became Freddy Fazbear after this guy William Afton murdered him. And like 5 other kids. He murdered Freddy Fazbears, Bonnie the Bonnie Bun, Chica the Kitchen, Foxy the Fox Pirate, Raw. And Yellow Freddy Fazbears because cause W. William Afton was purple, but he was also yellow, so he murdered the Y yellow bear but also brown Freddy Fazbear.
I don't know what freaking copy pasta that is, but amazing. Hi Nihilist. You missed the muted part of stream. How are you? I'm a baby today. I'm a big baby, so this is what we're doing. Do we want to do? I want like a cream for down here. And then brown boots. So I feel like this is really autumn, right? I'm moving it up so vertical chat can see. I know no one's in vertical. You were here? Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Sorry, I'm adjusting my blanket and eating another sunflower seed even though I shouldn't. Okay, all right. Okay. So that's fall. Then we do winter. Let me label this too. And this is spring, so I actually want to drag that down. Winter. So winter is actually a lot of pinks. This is all white. I'll even put some blue to emphasize, like, white hair. Because did you guys know that moss will hibernate under snow? Fun fact. Okay, and so pink scarf. I'm doing this on the right, yeah, okay. Had to check for a second. I was doing this on the right layer. Pink gloves. And some pink lines down here. And then I think I want to make the coat blue. There's obviously another arm here, but with maybe like and then white tights. I'm not gonna be able to see, but it's fine. And then I think just black boots. That would be Winter's. It would be very different and a very different color palette than either spring or fall. Enjoy floor time. Enjoy floor time. Okay, and then last would be spring. So what I think I want going with spring is like up here is all pink. This is pink because it's peach blossoms. And then we have a little sprout. And then as I gotta figure out how to do this. I want these two colors to blend together. Dinner, I damn near killed her. Enjoy dinner. So I feel like if I just blend these colors, it's gonna turn like, okay. Thank you for the lurk. If I just blend these colors, it's gonna turn, like right now it looks dango. Looks like dango, but just thinking about it. Okay. And then sleeves would have some pink. Like here. It'd be kind of a gradient. And then we would use the green. Like a deep green here. And on the hair, on the tie. And then probably like a bright pink shoe, not that bright pink. Like this one. It's a little bit better. Something like that. Something that's not so strawberry, because it does look very strawberry. I gotta figure out what I want to do about the hair. Maybe I just leave all of the hair pink. Maybe. So, because the one I have the most like cohesively done. There's more vibrant instead of pastel for summer. So that would be more for strawberry. Yeah, I do. I'm debating on what if I even want to do a summer outfit and just have this one be like the general summer outfit. Because the whole point would be like September 21st, I would change into this outfit. And then December 21st, I would change into the winter outfit. And then spring starts in what, April? April 21st? Spring equinox. March 21st. So I'd switch to the spring. But then I'd have to wait all the way till what, June? Maybe I'll just have these be like, yeah, June 21st. But we're gonna work on this outfit because I feel like this one is the one I have done the most cohesively. This is what I made for outfit testing because this is what my model is on. This is what I was doing. But I was trying to lay out details because I can't decide if I want the hair this way. Let me open up. You guys are gonna see details you were never meant to. Okay. probably should grab the eyes too, just so I know where they sit on the face, because it's gonna. Oh, hi, mouse. You could program a hue shift. Ooh, I would love that. That would be really cool, because that was kind of the whole point, is the hair changing because of like nature. Put this all the way over here and put this here for now. Okay. Okay, now I know where the hair, the eyes and the hair go. And I can kind of erase these ones. Right? Okay. Turn this down just a tad. Turn the eyes down a tad. Which tuber app? I'm using PNG Tuber Remix, because that's what gives them out, like the eye control. And it lets me wobble a bit more, and all of my parts can be like different and flowy. Because if I don't talk, see how my braids kind of move on their own axis? I was able to do that with PNG Tuber Remix. You can also kind of do that in PNG Tuber Plus, but it doesn't have mouse tracking. So what should I want for the hair? So the one big dip and then regular bangs, which I still want to be curvy. I still want everything to follow like that soft curve. So even here, it would be more like that. And then my ear. And I want this to cover like that in between area. I love how much this song reminds me. I'm pretty sure it's the desert music, but it reminds me of like the very old adventure games we would play as kids. I should, like, there's so much that I should just be doing this on my model, to be honest, because moss also needs to be here. Turn that down. And I can just turn the flower off. Well, let's not turn the flower off. Let me put the leaf on it. I actually kind of like how huge it is. And then here, Noodles. You got Noodles? Hazel got her voice back? Yes. Yes, I did. I need to go change YouTube to art, but I'm being lazy. I'm sorry. I mostly wanted to set up voice mod before stream, like at the beginning of stream, because I don't want to deal with it this weekend. TBH. You don't hate that? Good, good, good. I think I want these to be bigger too. And then when I'm sketching stuff too, I tend to like do details all over the place that are like, I'll be working on one thing and then I'm like, oh, I want to change the details of this over here, and I'll get distracted. I should be completely working on the hair right now. Give me a second for these buttons. I kind of too, I feel like I may have too many details going on in the dress, which is why I'm kind of, oh, actually, I just do that. Then I won't feel so bad if it's just the... Maybe? Maybe not. Because I do want clovers here, but that kind of matches this. Anyways, here. What also really helps is just kind of like seeing the silhouette I want. Because I want it to be short hair. Oh, I don't think I have it. Here, I can change it real quick. I didn't change. Oh, I changed. Yeah, just chatting. I'll do it really quick. Should be fast. There. I can even change this. Working. Oh. I wish it was autumn. There. I always wish it was autumn. Autumn is my favorite time of the year. I think this side is honestly fine. Ooh. Oh, I did see. I do. That's right, actually. Here, hold on. I can open it. You guys will see the random this. And then if I go into editor, I hadn't even connected that I could do that way. Because that, okay, that's the back. So this is my hairpiece, right? Model properties, color. Kind of like an overlay onto it. If I do tint, interesting. Interesting. Ooh. Yeah, I'll look into it too later. Emotional support. What did I read? Emotional support Diglett in the corner. I There, back to normal. Okay, good. YouTube even posted. Nice. The emo underbangs. Listen, you guys aren't supposed to see this stuff. Hue shift based on calendar date. Might need to feed it a value at stream start. Yeah, yeah, maybe. I'll look into it, yeah. It'd be really interesting to see it happen. Oh, that'd be so interesting. It'd be such a tiny, tiny thing. Which is cute. Very cute. It's too high. I'm gonna look at more reference pictures for the hair. Cause it's bugging the crap out of me. Oh, you're totally fine. It's something I would be interested in because that was the whole point of doing the seasonal like hair. Because I love being a green VTuber, but I also think it would be really nice to have like seasonal changes. And then you're getting like different costumes, but it's understandable. And like, I kind of want to do a dumb costume. Like I want to do dumb costumes in general, but of like for Halloween. Don't mind me, this is dumb. Like on vertical stream, it was like this the whole time. It was here, let me show it was like this. Sorry, vertical chat. For Halloween. Thank you. The snow could build up over winter, then melt off. I think that'd be really cute. Like the slow reveal of the moss underneath. That's a really cute idea. It's gorgeous. That's gonna trigger Rose. She may fall asleep on the floor. That may happen. Okay. And then the other part of it too is you can see that my arms aren't really visible. Here, I can move myself up a little. I don't think I've shown you guys the full model in ages, especially this one. Oh my god, I don't even need to do it in PNG Tuber. I can just do it in Clip. So this is the full Basil model. Okay. So I made it so each individual piece comes off so that it can move, right? The hair, bald, is different than the braids. Bringing Rose back to life via puns, yes. Should have some coffee. Am I already halfway through this cup? What? What happened? Puntable. But I'm trying to make everything kind of stick to the same level of, like, I feel like it's very simple. And my favorite, like, VTuber advice was when you're making your model, we hear the chat of the puntable. My favorite VTuber advice when you're making your model is make sure you have 3 very memorable, like, just pick 3 memorable things. And I picked the moss, the flower, and the bow tie. Those were like, okay, those are simple, memorable things, and then just build off of that. Okay, well, if I do it in the fall, it's gonna be the leaf pile, right? And I'm hoping the clover this. I don't think there's really a third one. It's mostly gonna center around the pile of leaves, if we're being honest. And then this little leaf, I'm probably gonna make move on its own. Whoa. I'm realizing I need to do a bunch of references so I can look up different, God, what are these even called? They're not cardigans. The word is escaping me right now. Shawl? Yes, different shawls. A clover shawl. Let me look up some references. Are you guys cool with the starting music still? Also, can I complain of how shit Pinterest has gotten? You can jar that. I don't care. That's how you know I really mean it. It's so bad. It's also super low. Okay, let me turn it up. I already have the volume pretty low, and then I tend to turn it on this like background. Yeah, it's at like, okay, that's if that might meet my voice. It's really loud now, at least on OBS. Maybe I just can't stand loud noises now. When I play games, I end up turning it down to like 20% master volume. Okay. All right, if we look at shawls, if we look at clover shawls, most of them, ooh, I love that one. There's a maple leaf shawl. Maybe I could do that. Do you have multiple images of like the maple leaf? I'm just not on her back. No, that's her front. What is it, a poncho? Let me see this. It's a knitting pattern. Oh, I like that one too. Thought it would take me to the... Why are you blocking knittingpattern.org? Are you for real? Just let me see the dang... I just want to see the maple leaf. I can never get into knitting. I really love crocheting. Knitting seems scary to me. It just did. I'm shaking my head at you. All right, it's... I will say the site links then to another site, so maybe we don't use that as reference. But for the most part, most of the shawls I'm seeing, which I love that no one is posing it the way I want them to pose it, which is this way. Here, I'm gonna erase this so I can make it its own layer and like experiment with it. What is this song? This sounds just sad. Give me a second. I'm back. So what if I did... Chances I'll still spontaneously combust into a biosleepy. Me first. Joking. What if I did... And then a tie? My arms wouldn't really move that much. I could probably... Because this would have to be, like, all one. And then my arms couldn't move as dependently as this one. Need this aesthetic in my wardrobe. Sleepy. And then we could do... And this would just, like, this would be green, like the green I wanted. I'm like, I kind of want, like, I want the tassels. I can still do the tassels. There's nothing stopping me from doing the tassels. And my arms are usually down anyways. I'm not one of those streamers who uses a lot of arm room because I'm just not. So I think the only thing I need to worry about is hair, because I really don't care about the boots that much. I might do some flowers down here to match my current socks, but they would be like embossed into the... My arms will go more than my braids. True. Woo. Woo. I could... Just continuing to look at references real quick. Sorry, you can hear me eating my sunflower seeds. I cannot stop. Like, none of these shawl references are what I'm asking for. Hugging shawl? If we're supposed to stop eating sunflower seeds, why does the sun keep rising every day? That's more what I mean. Ooh, what if I did that? Okay. So she has it. And I could keep this on. And then she does tassels down here. My arms would never really move enough for that to become visible. Because my arms have, so both my arms anchors are of course up here in the shoulder. So they will move, and then this second appendage, which is why you see the bottom part, has its movement here, right? So this moves independently like this, and this moves independently like this, which is why there's so much movement on the bottom part. I don't want it to be like wrapped. I want it to be just resting, because I would like this part to show. Resting shawl? Does not even come up with anything? Need to add more grandma to your search vibes. I might look up grandma core shawl. See what that comes up with, because I feel like that might work. Let's try it. Grandma core shawl. Better results. Definitely better results. Hey! I really like that one. And then it looks like it's like this. But what I could just do, I could just make it green and then have the clovers down here. And then it has I feel like that's not terrible. Bent arm setup, kind of. I want, when this part moves, I want it to move this. So even with it that, I need it to be more like down here. Because otherwise it's gonna clip into this, right? So if I put it this high, it's going to be moved by this part. This part is going to move more than this part. And there will overall end up being less movement because this isn't going to move as much because it's not the braids, right? This is more likely just going to bounce up and down. The way that like my moss and my flower kind of, and even then my moss doesn't really bounce. It more moves back and forth. I kind of miss PNG Tuber Plus. I felt like that had more bounce. This has a lot more wiggle. But ad starts in 5 minutes. Good to know. We'll take a break then. I do like this shawl setup way more than the previous ones. I can just do big clover, small clover, small clover, and have these be like just a darker green than the rest of it. And then just flip it. And it doesn't feel as plain. Yes, I like that way more. Alright, I'm gonna keep that, put it on my basil board. So the thing I was trying to say that I was angry about with Pinterest is not just, like, I've been angry about how Pinterest makes it awful to find original sources for years, right? That's been a problem with Pinterest since day one. The bigger problem with Pinterest is that they are fine with the AI. Because really what Pinterest is a more complex Boru, right? It's just an image board. But at least Borus do their due diligence and they're like, who is this from? What is the source? When did they post it? Give us the meta, like the information for the image. Most Borus are like that. Pinterest is like, yeah, put it up, it's fine. And like, luckily, if an artist does everything pinned is poisoned now, because not only are people not finding those sources, right? But people eat Pinterest for AI scraping. 110%. If your image has been put on in Pinterest, it's been AI scraped. 100%. Because it's so full of AI itself, there's no way that like it wasn't the first thing scraped, in my opinion. Okay, short anime hairstyles, girl. Also, you can't look up girls anymore, by the way. You can't look up girl. You have to look up girly. Just putting that one out there, which is super fun. Love that. All right, so back to hair. I really like that, so AI. God fucking damn it. I like this one. This one I can tell what it's from. This one is from that Dress Up Coco Pla. It's fine to pull from Coco Pla, in my opinion. I'm gonna cut her hair out and put it on a different layer. And then cut. Perfect. And then we can take this off, right? What do you mean you can't? Why on Pinterest that the block the term girl? Because, and I don't know why most people haven't freaking talked about this. Pinterest was being used the same way Discord and Roblox has. Young children that are on Discord, it makes me really mad, which is why I immediately like hyped up. Young children are on Pinterest a lot because a lot of parents see Pinterest as safe. So people were messaging children through Pinterest to be predators. People were posting CP on Pinterest under girl. And then these kids were finding it. It is egregious, so they just blocked the term girl. They just blocked the term girl instead of doing anything about the accounts or doing anything about like their filtering. They blocked the term girl And now you have to search girly, which isn't any better in my opinion. Fun fact about AI data farming, one of the highest quality sources from websites that cater to people who are really into a specific thing. Oh. Oh. Hate that. Really hate that. All right, we're gonna... Now, this has a lot of sharp edges to this hair, so I'm gonna have to round it out after. But I at least really like the different textures of it. Put that under so that I can fill it. Still not like quite what I'm like wanting, but it's closer. I also have months to finish this, so it's not like I'm under pressure. Some of this could change if I wanted to. That's better. That's way better. These months just disappear like weeks, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Let me keep looking. Pokeplot honestly has such good hair references because there's so many. And can I just say, a lot of it's lineless. I need to learn with lineless art to add more like shading texture, because that'll really help. I feel like this side is curlier than this side. Oh. Have I done any value only practice? No, but I should, especially as I get more into lineless art. Oh my god, I keep meaning to ask chat. I would like to do a drawing a day. Yeah, this side is way curlier than this side. I don't like it. Maybe I'll just do what I did with this hair. And flip it. I still want it to be. Doesn't help that this part makes all of it look very asymmetrical, unlike my current hair does not look that asymmetrical. But I can't decide if I want to do Animal Crossing or Pokemon. What do you think? I want to art, but I'm feeling like a potato today. Do 5 minutes of art. Do 5 minutes. Just set a timer, do 5 minutes, that's it. That's all you gotta do today. Boogie Crossing. Honestly, I could do that. You already did 5 minutes, then you're done. Don't do any more. I could 2D draw the Pokemon as villagers. I could do that. I feel like people would like that. It wouldn't be as cool as the person who does them like as actual villagers in the 3D. But I could do that. I am mostly happy with that. What it's gonna come down to is like the rigging stuff. And you could make villagers as trainers. I could. Bob with just a ditto. Good night, Rose. Please sleep well. I used to do villagers' birthdays. I don't think I have those art anymore. Well, they were all on Procreate, so yeah, I don't have them. I don't really want to work on this now. Like, I don't want to continue past this is what I mean. Because if I continue past this, it's going to be laying down a lot of colors. Now, granted, I finished this model in 6 hours. Not this fall one, the one I'm using. I finished this model in 6 hours. In my opinion, lineless art is really great. Just in general, it's so easy once you are actually getting into it and know what you're doing. I think it's really intimidating for a lot of people because lineless art does not take as much time, in my opinion. A lot of lineless artists add a lot more detail. I opted to go for very simple shading, very simple values, because I don't like overcomplicated character design. I do like overcomplicated character design. I don't like making my character design overcomplicated. I don't like adding all the bits and bobbles. I like little simple stuff because I feel like it puts more weight on the bits and bobbles that I do decide to put on. I'll work on this more tonight. Maybe. I'm gonna save. I'm not gonna close. I'm gonna decide what else I want to do. Maybe I'd start sketches on daily art. Because I used to do Animal Crossing birthdays, right? And there was, what Discord server was I a part of that posted them every day? Calendar. Found it immediately. Oh, Genji's birthday was not that long ago. Today is Muffy's birthday. And KG Slater will be... Yesterday was Ribbit's birthday! And Stitches was on Tuesday. Also, even though I don't have, like, it's in my Procreate stuff, right? So I could have downloaded, but the whole point of lineless was to have 0 weight. I mean weight in a different way, definitely. So weight, you put weight on line art, right? And there's definitely different types of line art. Like you can see lots of line art artists that use incredibly thin lines to emphasize how much detail they put and how much like small detail they put because they use such thin lines. It can get very detail oriented. People that do like mermaid scales, jewelry, like very detailed stuff, right? And then there are people that use really thick line art, right, to come across harsher or more cartoony, or like they definitely use their line weight to communicate, right? But with character design specifically, if we're talking about like, here, let me pull up a random Genshin Impact character. Sure, let's do Barbara. Well, no, let's do Veressa. Because I really like Veressa, but I do feel like she kind of falls into this. Hello, board. I hear Bub being like, let's get to, okay, so we're gonna talk about Veressa, okay? If we look at her character design, what carries the most weight in this character design? Because that's what I'm talking about when I talk about weight with character design. The things that carry the most weight in Veressa's character design is, let's be honest. Let's be honest for a minute. It's the midriff / chest, right? It's the horns, and it's the color palette. Those are the things that carry the most weight. Bad puns leading to die. Yep, always. Me taking things too seriously. Right? Her color palette is wonderful. The brown, cream, pink, and blue, okay? Very simple color palette. I do like that, the one strength that Genshin really has is they will pick a color palette for their characters, and they will stick to those simple colors, and that's great. She also has a really strong silhouette. All of the Genshin characters, despite having so many bits and baubles, have a really strong character silhouette where you can, the horns are definitely a character weight, but like, where do your eyes first go to? Let's be honest. Like, there are quite a few where the weight is. Where the weight is, yes. Like here, I didn't want that one. Copy image. This one. I'm putting it all the way up here for vertical chat. Like, here, it's where the weight is and her horns. And then in terms of character design, her color palette is the next thing, okay? So if we're talking about, like, if I made this lineless, the thing that you would end up putting weight on is mostly like the color palette and silhouette, right? But all of the bits and baubles, all of these are charm points. These are charm points. But they get lost. They get completely lost. Like, this is a charm point. 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 Oh, the bell, that's a charm point. But you put so many in here. You put so many charm points in here. Like here, let me just circle all of them. You put so many charm points in here, they get lost. They get lost in all of it, because what we put weight on is not anywhere near those things. They're great for character design and making your character look. Bits and bobs are become more charming BRB headed players. Absolutely. In my opinion, 100%. They are charm points. Even her tail over here gets lost behind the weight that we put into her weight and her horns. It's just, that's why personally, I do love Veressa's design. Please don't get me wrong. I think Veressa is a beautifully designed character. If anyone knows like how I reacted when Veressa came out, I was like, maybe I'll play Genshin again. I love, like, Jane Doe. Here, that was a character I legitimately started playing the game for, right? I feel like Jane's design is a little bit better, not than Varessa's, please don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, in terms of, like, simpler character design with that carries a lot of weight. She doesn't have a lot of charm points to be like, oh, point that out. Oh, point that out. She has her weight. She messes with these a lot. They're a charm point. Her tail, they really emphasized her tail in all of her trailers, which made this much more, like, copacetic. My starting music ended. Hold on. Let me turn on different starting music. And there aren't, like, this is a charm point, and I would say her these, like, I do think that Hoyo, yes, there's lots of, but at the same time too, they're the same, like, I feel like Hoyo overcomplicates their designs. They do look good, don't get me wrong. But there are so many, like, simple designs that look great that you don't, like, what, I can't remember her freaking name because I don't play Wuwa. Chisa. Chisa's character design is so simple, and she's so freaking pretty. Look how simple, like, she's wearing a school uniform. No, no one's gonna read that, and Bub doesn't like watching my art stream, so it's okay. But listen, I'm there with you. I literally picked up ZZZ because I was like, I'm going to drown in Jane. Goodbye. And I got her, and then I stopped playing. But I do love that rat. I love her. Chisa's character design is so simple. Her color palette is incredibly simple. I love it. They have to complicate their designs to build in characters so they can reduce the amount of writing they need to do. Well, maybe. Honestly, maybe. Because I feel like they do have so many characters that do not get enough screen time because their overall narrative. Rips communicate something different than Trumps. Yes, there is definitely that argument of different communication. Like, but there's different communication between all charm points, in my opinion. Charm points comes, when I say charm points, that specifically comes from, I know this is gonna sound stupid, like K-pop. They are definitely two separate parts of the team. Definitely two separate parts of the team. And in my opinion, they put different design weight in characters that are going to be an important part of the story versus characters that are just there to fill time, right? Like, Skara has a very different character design and very different use of his character design versus Varessa. Versus, like, any character that's just an in-between filler character, right? That we're not gonna see again. Some of those important NPCs. But yes, trinkets definitely are there to communicate different things. If you look at Varessa, right? Well, we know, at least from what I know of her, I haven't played Genshin in years, I'm so sorry. But she's supposed to be, like, is it luchador? Is that the word? I want to make sure I say that right. Varessa, again, let me just look it up. The second art looked good, but in-game art is poop. I do agree with that. A lot of the end-game art, I think there's probably, again, different teams. They probably have a 2D art team and a 3D art team. And it's kind of that meme where you see where it's the programmer versus the designer, where the designer is like, oh, look, I made this. And then the programmer is like, oh, God. I'm trying to look at, maybe they have trivia to see what, no, they don't. What is Varesa based on? I just want to get that word right, or it's gonna, lucha libre. A form of wrestling, yes. I do think her design doesn't really communicate that. But I feel the same way about her as I feel about the Dream Therapist. I do feel like they kind of made the Dream Therapist a little bit more copacetic. But they could have, I know what they're trying to do with the belt. They're trying to make the belt the thing that communicates that that's what she's based off, right? Lucha Libre. I just feel like, well, oh, there's better ones in game that like actually communicate that. But yeah, this is supposed to be her belt. I see it. 2D art sells the download, VFX sells the gameplay. Yes, I agree with. But so that's just my argument about character design and why I feel like if you keep a character design simple, right? If you keep it simple and you don't have so many bits and bobs, what you're trying to communicate, you put more weight into what you have. This is wrestling based and not bullfighting? Yes. 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 I feel like that's why I'm like, yeah, she's not supposed to be. I think she's probably a combination. But she is meant to be lucha libre. That's why I was trying to find the word so hard, because I remember people talking about it. I remember both Varesa and I can't remember her name. I'm just gonna look Genshin Therapist. How do you not include the mask? That's why I kind of am like, I understand what they're trying to do here. Like they're trying to make this carry the weight of the mask and the belt at the same time, right? This is the mask, this is the belt. But there are NPCs that wear the mask. She has a mask, but it's only used during burst. Interesting, okay. Like I feel, and she's gotten a lot of crap. She's gotten a lot of crap. I need to be clear. I really do love her character design, okay? I think she's got one of the, why is that image so crunchy? Okay, here. I think her character design is adorable. I love it. I do feel like they could have added face paint. That would have been great. Yeah, okay. This girl got so much crap because she is known as a therapist in game, as a dream eater, and she is meant to be, Dream Eater. What is the actual Dream Eater called? Dream Eater Yokai. And the design for, they're a Baku, okay. The design for Baku's, I understand the disconnect between this and the Dream Eater. I also really like, I like the character design. Like it reminds me of the Dream Eater Pokemon. Do you know what I mean? Which Pokemon that is? Dream Eater Pokemon. It reminds me far more of that. Muna. Let me get her. And she evolves into something. Like these, it looks like she would absolutely have this Pokemon. And this is supposed to be a Dream Eater Pokemon. And what does it evolves into? The Mushina, that's right. Yes, that's fine. This one. And these guys are supposed to be Dream Eaters. And I understand, so I kind of understand. If you look up a Baku, absolutely it looks like it's hard to find Muna or Drowsy? Yes. Yes, absolutely. It has the same. I think Drowsy and Muna are based off of the same. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Thank you, Briar. Oh, that's, yes. In my opinion, that's much better. A much better communication of, I'm just stacking all these images, I'm so sorry. This is a much better communication of the Lucha Libre. Lucha, am I saying it right? I'm always worried I'm freaking saying it wrong. I already quit the freaking thing. Kitchen therapist. Back one more. Lucha, okay, Lucha Libre, I'm saying it right. This communicates much better. So I do appreciate that they did try. I do feel like her base design doesn't communicate it as well. But they were definitely they were trying to sell something with her base design. We all know what they were trying to sell. We all know what they were trying to sell with her base design. 8 is definitely more like an homage. I only know the yokai because the current Kamen Rider deals with dreams and his name is Baku. That's really funny. Sorry, I'm having coffee real quick. I've gone on a big rant, like a 20-minute long rant. But that's why in my opinion, more like this trend with gacha character designs, it specifically mostly happens with gacha. I don't think it really happens. They're trying to sell pulls, yes. I don't think it happens as much with anime characters because I do feel like with anime characters, they understand that the character needs to be carried by like their silhouette, right? Varesa, I do think Genshin does an okay job at making characters identifiable by their silhouettes. Literally this morning I was scrolling through Genshin, not through Genshin, through Twitter. I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw a post about Genshin merch that's coming out, and there's like 2 of the tall boys, and people were afraid of like, hey, oh no, who's the tall boys? I hope one of them isn't Al-Hatham because I don't like this outfit. And someone else went, well, it can't be Al-Hatham because they don't have Al-Hatham's little sprout on his head. And so I do appreciate that at the very least, because these were just silhouettes of the merch. They weren't like the actual merch. It was just silhouettes showing the people. So I do appreciate that at the very least, their silhouettes are mostly cohesive enough. Like if I blacked out Jane, if this Jane picture was completely blacked out, you would know who this is. I feel like most people have seen enough Jane art that if you saw the hips and the tail and the hair, you'd be fine. It would not, like, good, you're good. Flint's was really popular, maybe it's him. It could be. The hair was really down. Anime has VA and cast contrast that they can lean from, where I think gacha has to sell by themselves. I think it really depends. I have seen a lot of people, at least with when games first start, when gacha games first start, because that happened recently with Enfield, where people are like, oh, this is your favorite, this is the same as your favorite character from this anime. That happened a lot with PogChamp. I don't know how to say his name, I'm sorry. His name is PogChamp. That happened a lot with PogChamp and Wolfguard. And I think it honestly happens a lot more with male characters than female characters, because I do think female characters get reduced to some very basic forms, if we're being honest, when they're trying to sell gacha. But yeah, so that's why for lineless character designs, I think with lineless character designs, you can either go really detailed, and I've seen a lot, especially lately, because I've been liking so much lineless art. I've seen a lot of lineless art that uses color contrast and values and lots of different ways to go into detail without like super. And I don't even think Varessa was just the first person that came to mind. I don't even think Varessa is the worst like offender of this in Genshin. I would like, because I do think, did I just delete it? No. I think, no, I wouldn't say her design is like has too many charm. Well, the more I look at it, the more I look at a character, the more I'm like, I can circle this charm point and I can circle this charm point and this one and this one. But I do feel like her design comes together more cohesively despite having more charm points. It does, I do think it communicates far more Dream Eater, and I feel like they should have gone with Dream Eater way more and focused on the dream stuff. I think the therapist thing, and I don't even think they really were like, she's a therapist. I think she definitely shows more Dream Eater. Curious how this holds up in comparison to, say, X-Men. Trying to think of Western IPs with too many characters. I think definitely the thing with like superheroes in general is they definitely follow this character needs to have one or two big emphasis things that like show who they are and focus on that, right? Because if you think like, say, Reed Richards, the first things you think of, the first thing I think of character design wise with Reed Richards is the Fantastic Four blue and his sideburns. That's literally what I think of with Reed. If I think of my problem with the Fantastic Four is the three guys all have very memorable, this is how you tell this character apart, right? And I just don't think, I can't even think of her freaking name right now. But the wife, the girl, I don't think she is as memorable compared to the guys, right? Oh, good afternoon. Hello. Thank you. See you again in a future stream. I think that if we go over, like, if you see like Wonder Woman, the problem too with the difference between Western IP characters and with the egg-like flower on my head, I love that. That's super cute. Susan, thank you, Nihilist. Susan Storm, that's right. I couldn't freaking remember her name. I'm gonna have to look that character up. That sounds so cute. Plant Princess. I'm gonna look her up. Oh, she's so cute. She does tend to fade into the background. And like her power isn't even all that bad because she does a lot with her powers. It's just that compared to the other three, she's just not loud. The other three have very loud powers that affect them very physically. And then she turns invisible. And I feel like maybe that's kind of the point. But what I was trying to say, to get back to my thought, not overwriting anything at all, just trying to get to my thought. The problem with Western IP characters and Eastern IP characters, right, is that Western IP characters, at least for Westerners, we have known them forever. We associate them with this thing. We've associated with that thing for so long that it's very both easy and hard to change their character designs, right? Because like with Batman, his thing is the bat. So you can change him as long as he sticks within that silhouette of a bat, which is why, like, I think it was called The Bat Who Smiles. I still need to read that. Worked so well. The problem I have, in my opinion, with Western IPs compared to Eastern IPs is I can think of two big characters that have characters that come after them, right? That are supposed to succeed them. I'm literally thinking of Gohan and Boruto. Literally, those are the two characters I can think of. And they were incredibly poorly received. Boruto is still rated one of the least liked anime of all time. Gohan ended up not inheriting the freaking anime. Goku came back so many times that it literally did not matter. Who? Val, are you making a joke? I can't tell. So, but with Western IPs, we get Superboy and Superboy Prime and Supergirl and Super, like, gosh, I can't remember his name, but the dog. I do love the dog, don't get me wrong. Not Doctor Who. I heard about Boruto, but Gohan is very unknown to me. From Dragon Ball? Guys, am I the dumb one? Please tell me if I'm the dumb one. I am perfectly fine being the dumb one. I would just like to know. Oh, you never watched Dragon Ball? Really? Wow, that is shocking, Val. We're talking about having rice for dinner. Dragon Ball is one of the biggest crypto. Thank you. Dragon Ball is one of the biggest, like, gosh, animes ever. Up there with One Piece, in my opinion. It's been because it's been going on for so long, and because it was so prolific. Like, it was when I was growing up, it was Pokemon and Dragon Ball were the options for anime I had. That's mostly because I wasn't allowed to watch anime that wasn't at my dad's house, so I never got the opportunity to watch Sailor Moon. Could not stand DBZ. I watched the same, like, I think 4 episodes over and over and over again and never watched the rest of it because that was the only videotape my dad had of Dragon Ball Z. Gohan beating Cell could have been the perfect ending to DBZ. It probably could have. I only know that he hated the actual live action movie so much he came back. That it did end, and he hated the movie so much he was like, no. Which, like, fair. I've watched the movie. I haven't watched the series in years, but I watched the movie. And it was bad. It's one of those things where even if you haven't watched it, you know things from it. And yes, it's kind of culturally ingrained. If you, like with Pokemon, right? You may not know anything about Pokemon, but you know who Pikachu is, right? I also had access to Macross during that time, so I've heard good things about Macross. I've heard very good things about Macross. But yeah, continuing the thought process, Western IPs, the problem is because we associate like that character so strongly with that character design, right? Instead of exploring other characters and making new characters, right? Oh, really? Name all Macross animes. I said I heard good things, not that I'd heard all of them. Name all the Dragon Ball animes, Val. Oh gosh. So, like, DBZ, Go on, nailed it. Okay, that's actually really funny. So Western IPs are so afraid to branch off into new stories or invest in new stories. And in my opinion, too, the Western audience is so unwilling to try new stories and try new characters, right? That it just becomes a self-feeding machine where we only get 7 different Thors, or we only get 7 different Iron Mans. And it is definitely a learned behavior, Thak, 100%, which is why manga and it has done so well, and people are willing to explore way more stories and give us the 17th version of Avengers. Do you know how angry I was? how angry I was as a child. Because, like, the first Avengers came out when I was, like, God, 15? How old was I? First Avengers movie. Avengers first movie release. Because at that point, I had been reading the comics. 2012. Okay, so I was 17. That might be a conservative number. Probably. How many? Here, let's look it up. How many versions of the Avengers are there? You can't just give me a number. You have to give, oh, I don't want to read the Wikipedia article. Okay. Of the teams, this isn't even counting runs of the comic book, okay? Of the teams, there are actually 7 teams. Oh, no, sorry. 9? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's the pet Avengers. At least 5. Thank you, Briar. I appreciate you. Oh. And yes, instead of investing in new characters, they're going to keep doing the same characters. And like, I feel like, and now granted, they weren't good movies. Please don't get me wrong. I feel like the MCU is the perfect example of that, where after Avengers was done, right? People didn't want to watch anymore. People were done. People were like, I need a break, right? And after Endgame, it completely dropped off, right? And everyone knew it was going to happen. Everyone knew it was going to happen. We had we had the superhero decade, and people were like, okay, I am superhero, I'm good. It couldn't have continued on forever. It just couldn't have. And Disney went, no, you get new superheroes. You get new superheroes. And people didn't like it. People didn't want to invest in new characters after just going through all of that with characters they did know, right? There's definitely some Marvel fatigue. And now, right? Now they're going back with Doomsday and being like, wait, guys, wait, all the characters you love, here. You can have them in this movie. Please give us your money. And it's Dispatch. Yes, I would love if they made a Dispatch movie. Would love if they made a Dispatch movie. Dispatch TV show. I don't care. Dispatch was fantastic. And I know a lot of the argument against Dispatch is, oh, well, it's just Twilight for boys. Listen, that's okay. There are only so many original stories out there to be told, right? There's a lot of what happens with stories and the way stories are told is a lot of them are mixed up. A lot of cliches are brought together and used in different ways and stacked on top of each other in new and interesting ways, right? Why JoJo is so good. I need Joso also in Mamma Mia. Here we go. Twilight for boys, at least Dispatch has substance. Listen, Twilight, I have such mixed feelings about Twilight because the audience for Dispatch and the audience for Twilight are completely separate people. Twilight was made for Mormons. Twilight was made to be consumed by Mormons. Dispatch is definitely not. Dispatch was made for general, mature audiences, right? Which is also why they've had such a problem, like, getting with the Nintendo crap, right? But they're made for very different audiences, which is why Dispatch had so much more going on versus Twilight, which Twilight's main focus is that love triangle. There is more going on in Twilight, but that isn't explored because the main audience for it is teenage girls. But anyways, this is why I was like, this is just chatting stream. I'm of the opinion JoJo is survival bias of manga serialization. I feel like JoJo has almost died so many times that I think it definitely has something. It has something that it's lasted through how much it has died. How much it has almost died. Which is why I'm almost positive I'm speaking from like watching a JoJo video like 3-4 years ago, so please forgive me. That's why Araki revived the whole universe, was because it died after part 6 or part 5. Someone with more JoJo knowledge than me should say. I like blasting the host depressed song routines. Part 6, yeah, okay. Yeah, part 6 was supposed to be the actual end. And that's why it, like, new universe. Honestly, I would love to just have the dispatch gameplay. The dispatch gameplay was so fun. But that's also because I love time management stuff. I love time management games. Do you want me to explain the ending of part 6? I do not. Okay, with JoJo, since we're on the JoJo subject, there's a whole thing about how manga serialization leads to specific art style breakup. Really? I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna take the second part of your sentence and see if there's a YouTube essay about it, because that is interesting to me. The problems with art styles in anime. You know, okay, can I just say, I actually do agree with that on an anime basis, because I feel like when K-On! Came out and was such a phenomenon, K-On! And like K-On! And Hyoka, everyone suddenly wanted the K-On! Art style, and anime art became so much softer because of that. And that's why we have a very like the general vibe of like throwaway anime. I'm just gonna call it throwaway because like that's what a lot of the like 30 anime will come out a season rate, and I would say 15 of them are good. 10 of them are okay, and 10 of them are, why did you put this out? Is it for a tax break? Because they technically didn't die. Yeah, I don't, so okay, so with JoJo, I watched part 1, part 2, part 3. I really loved part 2. I really loved part 3, and then I was done. I didn't want to invest in part 4. I didn't want to invest past that. I know Jotaro's in part 4. I know what Joseph did, that trash goblin of a freaking man. He was my favorite JoJo up until like I knew about part 4, and then I was like, I don't even want to watch part 4. I'm devastated. What? What is Sides talking about? I want to watch part 4 so but no. Listen, my other problem is when I want to get into part 4 is your favorite. I have heard very good things about part 4. It's just, I'm just not interested. I loved, and to be fair, I hold JoJo's and the parts I watched so dear to my heart because I watched them in Japan, right? I watched them in Japan while I was injured. That was my experience with JoJo. And it wasn't even like I watched it in a good format, okay? We watched it on a laptop in this pencil box room in Japan. Gosh, did we stay in Funabori? I think we stayed in Funabori. And I would limp to the grocery store that was literally like 30 feet away. I would limp to the grocery store. We would buy some bentos. We'd go back. We'd watch more JoJo. And that was my life for 3 days, watching JoJo in a hotel in Japan. And that is precious to me. And that's also why I'm like, I don't want to watch part 4. You know what? If I ever go back to Japan, I will watch part 4 just for you guys, okay? I will spend 3 days out of my trip in Japan just watching part 4 of JoJo. Because I know part 4 of JoJo is super long. To succeed in serialization, you typically had to stand out from the other art in Shonen Jump, so you get breakout hits like JoJo because their art style deviates so strongly from the other art. I do feel that way about like Demon Slayer. I felt like Demon Slayer's art stands out more in the anime simply because Ufotable is such a incredible studio. I've said this before, but I don't think Ufotable's put out a bad anime. I think, like, if I literally look at Ufotable on Mal, right? Oh, they have multiple companies now? That makes sense. God Eater, okay. All right, God Eater's animation is pretty okay. Is pretty good. It's pretty good. But its story was not good. Zestiria has the same problem. Animation was good. Story was not. And they even rewrote Zestiria's story. Because Zestiria's story in the anime does not go the way it does in the game. Okay, all right. The longer I go down this list, maybe I'm wrong. They have not had a modern bad anime. I'll say that. Because I think they put out some just incredible animation and they deserve all of their flowers. You know what I mean? Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna close that. Maybe start closing some of my things. But there are so many anime that I have to watch that JoJo is not at the top of my priority list. If I need to watch by myself because I don't think Sides wants to watch it. I need to check. I need to watch Tamon B-Side. I need to go finish, what's it called? Gosh. Help. You can't help. The Death Games. Yeah, I need to go finish that book. I'm halfway through that one. The second book. Oh, I have so many Pinterest tabs open. Oh, that's why I had that open. Don't close that. Guys, I've been so distracted today. Thank you for humoring me. Okay, I know it's such an outlier of manga adaptations. I do think it's interesting from what I have heard, and it could be, you know, again, this is like third or fourth hand. I do think it's interesting. Oh, wait, I love her hair. Hold on. I love that. I think this is AI. God damn it. You can't be on Pinterest anymore and not be like, oh, is this AI? Because they also, with Pinterest, they added the whole, you don't have to engage with AI. You can block it out, but they're only blocking out if it's labeled as AI. So if someone puts it in and it's not labeled, it does not matter. Does not matter to Pinterest. This is an AI to them. Gosh. I just need a minute. My throat's a little sore now. Are you guys excited for Briar's stream leader? Can I do that? Yeah. Did I do it right? Yes. Briar's gonna play Date Everything later. You should come. I'm excited for it. Sorry, Briar. Sorry. My bad. I just wanted to talk about you playing the game. I'm tired. Oh, nice. I would ask what convention, but I think that's a little doxy. That's cool though. Oh my gosh. I'm reading what Sides said. Very doxy. Yeah, don't post it. I don't like asking, like, I want to ask about chat. I'm always happy when you guys share stuff because I love talking to you guys in general. But I always feel bad asking personal questions because I don't want to dox you guys in chat. Like, I'm here as a streamer. I'm fine sharing stuff and I'm responsible for what I tell you guys. But I'm also responsible for what questions I ask you. Good Omens is coming out with a season 3. Oh boy. It's only getting 90 minutes. What in the world? I'm just scrolling my Twitter down, guys. I was thinking about playing Animal Crossing today, but if Bub's not on the Switch, I should get that set up. Because Pokepia is also coming out, and I want to stream that really bad. I'm pretty much just trying to last with FireRed until March, when Pokepia comes out. It's also nice to be asked even the answer. Yeah. That's why I like asking people. I like talking to people. That's why when I came back to streaming, I was like, this is just gonna be my social time. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Waymo confirmed it's paying Door Dashers to close any of its vehicles that have been left open. That's funny. Well, Animal Crossing is coming to America for the aquarium stuff that was so well beloved. I keep hearing such bad things about the local conventions here, even after I haven't been to them in years. There was a conversation I saw on Twitter a couple days ago about how conventions themselves have just really gone downhill ever since COVID. Because people don't know how to behave anymore, which I'm shocked. It only took what one and a half actually like closed down, shut down, 1.5 years, right? It took that long for people to just devolve. Oh no. Yeah. With conventions, I definitely feel like that is something they fall into super easily. Oh no. Oh. Why can't people be normal? Whoa. Sorry, there's a lot of booba in that. Also, Pokemon's putting out new pinball machines, which is great, but there's absolutely no way in any way I can like afford a pinball machine. $7,000. There's no way. No. Oh God. Volunteers shouldn't be a thing for no, they absolutely should not. I agree. And I feel like most cons only make money because they get volunteers. Oh, okay. I will keep that in mind. Because companies don't want to do anything. Companies don't want to do anything at all when they find like evidence on their platforms. I should not just be scrolling through Twitter, but this is what I would do if I wasn't on stream. Oh God. Can't even get into that. Guys, I want it to be tomorrow already, so Strange Fake comes out, please. Please. Please, just Strange Fake. Oh man. OpenAI projects a $14 billion loss in 2026. Can't it be more? I love that, Evie. This is the kind of day I'm having. This is my shocked face. I should be working on something. Probably. An ad break is starting soon in 1 minute. Can I just say, I don't like the Moslax plushie. I don't like it. His head is, he's a turtle. I understand why it is the way it is, but it's just, here, I'll post it in the Discord. I understand. It's just not. Wait, I gotta do. Yeah, I think next week I will start trying to post more art. I do feel like shorts help a streaming channel grow way more than like art posts do. And that's probably what I should work on. But I hate editing videos. Plus she doesn't convey the design as well. Absolutely. That is absolutely what I'm bothered with. But yeah, I shorts really help streamers a lot more, especially on YouTube. Oh, hey, by the way, YouTube, if you're liking the content, please like and subscribe. It really helps. Genuinely, I feel like YouTube pushes my content a lot more and helps a lot more when people subscribe. It's very helpful. And like videos. It helps. Did you guys hear that the Tic Tac's coming out with a Dr. Pepper flavor? This is what I do. Maybe I should go on Hobby Drama and I'll just read you guys Hobby Drama. Do any of you guys go on Hobby Drama on Reddit? Because that's my favorite place. What about Dr. Pepper? Tic Tac is coming out with a Dr. Pepper flavor. The little like Tic Tacs, they're coming out. Here, I'll post the image of this too. Not that. That's just a girl's. That's just Fluorite's butt. I honestly don't think it'll be bad. And for those on YouTube Vertical Mobile, give the hype point. Yeah, did you guys know? I actually forgot I need to do that. Did you guys know on YouTube, if you click the hearts a bunch, it actually encourages YouTube to show off my stream more? Did you know that? I have a thing. I can set it up now. Hell, we're not doing anything important. I hate all of that. Which part? That if you press the button, interaction farming, I do hate it. I do hate, but like, I feel like if I don't interact with it, that kind of stuff, it all goes downhill. Where is it? So it wasn't Zizal. Is it? Did I put it in my regular folder? All of the Gooby bases. Oh, hi, bud. Hate the game, not the player. Yeah. Why are they not emotes? I don't know, but the more you press them, the more it interacts with YouTube. And it pushes the stream, which is nice. What's up?
When
am I done? Oh, you're okay, honey. So that's the stream, and then that's also down here, is what I was looking at. Yeah.
You should like, subscribe, or follow.
Thank you, bud. You're silly. Are you enjoying your game?
Yeah.
Yeah? You doing Witherstorm stuff?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What phase have you gotten your Witherstorm to?
Phase 7.
Phase 7 already?
Dad did the command for me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So how many more phases are there?
Well, if we want to pretend, then there's just more phases.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah.
But phase 7 is the last one in the game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Want to see what the Wither symbiote looks like?
I can after stream here in a little bit. Is that okay? What? How do I set this up? Okay. I'm gonna end it a little bit. It's okay. Are you just enjoying seeing my model move?
Yeah. Is that the winter one?
No. Here, I'll show you. So we finished. I finished the fall one, which is this one. This is probably the. Mom's just got a color map and then start on it. What do you think? Is there anything you would change?
Eyes isn't realistic.
You didn't finish doing the rest of the left eye. You're right.
It's cute.
It's cute. You like it? Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
And then I have to do. So that's what it's going to be colored like. And then I think this is going to be a little bit more brown. And then here's the winter one.
Oh.
You like it?
Yeah.
So I have to.
Still pretty.
Yeah, she's supposed to look like she's snowy. And then so this is going to be on this model, but I have to draw it still. I love you more.
Hey.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the withered symbiote?
I don't think they have. Cat's right here. Everybody's a little quiet today because we're all pretty tired. He's asking if anyone knows about the wither symbiote.
Yeah. Withered symbiote. Hey?
Is there a mod for it? Maybe we can ask Dad to download it for you.
It's the Wither Storm mod.
Oh, it's in the Witherstorm mod?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's also sickened mobs. Not every mob has their sickened variant, but there is still some mobs like the parrot and the cat.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, you should go play. I'll come see in just a little bit. Can you give me 10 more minutes?
Okay.
Okay, Harriet, head out.
What?
Oh gosh. Okay, Brain, what were we doing? I am not gonna set this up this stream because it's in Japanese. And it looks a little complicated. I'm gonna have to throw this into a translator. Oh. I appreciate that chat is as dorky as me. But I'll do this for vertical stream. And I don't know if I'll do it for horizontal. Twitch doesn't really interact with it. I don't know. Would Twitch even want that on? It would be like next behind my head, maybe. I don't know. Ah! Oh, please tell me I don't have to use Chrome for it. What games are you guys excited for in the next couple months? Typical use of AI I've seen is voice identification, so you can have Bub pop up their own VTuber model. Oh, interesting. He would really like that. What? Is this real? I don't think this is real. I'm not gonna. There's something about Matthew Lilliard donating something. Oh no. Oh, that's just great. Scammers are taking full advantage of the age verification stuff in Discord. They're posting links making you think you have to age verify. And stealing. I wish I wasn't so tired. I apologize for being so tired this week. This week was a lot. Hopefully next week is much better. I think I am all out of energy, so I'm going to wrap up there. Bub wants me to come see his Wither symbiote anyways. And I'm gonna try not to pass out before Briar's stream. That is in 30-ish minutes. By trying to seem less predatory, they've made it more predatory. What's even more freaking like frustrating that someone brought up is by blocking the adults out of adult spaces by cutting, like being like, oh, you need ID. They're putting these adults in spaces with children. Do you see the problem with that? Anyways, I'm going to go relax for roughly 30 minutes and then I will be in Briar's stream. So if you guys want to come by to see Briar, you should, because I'm excited for Date Everything and I am a tired bean. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, even though my stream was like, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just gonna stream. I love you all very much. Yes, go shove food in your face. I love you all very much. Thank you for being here. I will see you on Monday. It will be a more organized stream. I'm sure the weekend will be more of a like rest. I'm really hoping. And yeah, everyone have a good weekend. I love you. Bye bye guys. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye.